Hello and welcome, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon in Leo, your full moon of the year to the new moon next in Aquarius. In February, I am your reader, Markangela Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Markangela Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, how are you? Hope you are well, my Leonines. I am Leo rising, so I'm very, very glad to be serving my pride of Lions, my Leos, my friends, my supporters. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, comments, and all that jazz. Let's get down to business. This is a What Do I Need read for a waning moon, right? Not a timeless, a specific time. We're looking at your full moon, the full moon in Leo. On Thursday, January 28th, that goes full at 2:16 p.m. 2 weeks later, on Thursday, the 11th of February, the moon goes new and void, of course, at the same time. So it turns, we go through that dark moon, it hits new moon and then goes void, but new moon in Aquarius, it will not go into Pisces until the next day, Friday the 12th at 2:23 a.m. So that's a bit of a long time to be void, of course, but we're not getting any new moon energy in Aquarius this time around if you want to really look at the numbers. That being said, this is a waning moon read, an 8-card draw, a general read. One card pulled from 8 different card systems. I have 2 tarot, 2 healing systems, and 4 oracles to get you clues, tips, and hints from the pantheons of the divine, which I am intimately interwoven with, so that you know what to let go of, what to look forward to, what you need, right? What do I need is so much better than how am I doing? It's like, what do I need, right? What do I need to know, deal with, in this case, let go of, release, forgive, transform, alchemize. We'll deal with that in a minute with these cards. For this full moon to new moon next, please remember it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and really 5 cards, that makes sense out of 8. That's not bad. Otherwise, feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath as we go, and I will give you the very best that I can. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, that explanation part is getting shorter and shorter the more I do this, and that's a good thing. Thank you, Martha Stewart. Here we go. Breathe. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box because that's just a matter of honor code, isn't it? That give credit where credit is due. We're starting with the Caroline Mace archetype deck. I'll call out the rest as we go. Here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the dominant archetype? Soul power, being alchemized from lead to gold for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from this full moon in Leo. Our full moon to waning to the new moon in Aquarius, February 2021. Yeah, just one card. Oh, dear goodness, goddess. The Prince archetype. My darlings, I'm intimately familiar with the Prince archetype as I am one of the princes in my family. If you look at my family structure, there is a king, there is a queen. Each of us have our own principalities, but there's a princess and a couple of princes in there, so to speak. Now, this is a masculine family archetype, so it probably has to do more with self-expression, Leo, right? Putting it out there rather than, let's say, a feminine family archetype, which would be more internal. Leo is a masculine fire energy. All the fire signs are masculine, as are the air, the water, and the earth are feminine. So the alchemy afoot, now this might be you, this might be someone you're dealing with, right? The shadow attribute, using power for self-aggrandizement. And if you're not familiar with the word aggrandizement, wouldn't shock me. You don't hear it that often. It's puffing your chest up, making yourself look larger than you actually are, right? It's like self-magnification and a form of deception, truly. So using your power, and that might be political power, that could be even spiritual power twisted in a way. Your mental power, your emotional power, or maybe your power to charm, because the light attribute, romantic charm and potential for power. I have intense romantic charm. As a Leo rising Mars conjunct, are you kidding me? Very, very clear of that power, and so easy to abuse, particularly because I'm a gay man, and the majority of my clients, my students, my clientele, however you want to look at it, my following are female. So, you know, I could be, let's say I could be a real asshole about that. I refuse. So you're my sisters. I wouldn't dare, right? So this Prince archetype, it is powerful. May not have the power of the king. Not everybody wants to be king. Bridgerton, right? It's the second son. That's the hot one. That's the one I want, right? So the prince, there's a lot of responsibility there, but not so much as a king, hence potential for power. Now, if we want to look at the metaphor, a prince inherits power, and that's how they become king. A knight can become king, but it's through conquest. So you feel the difference, right? It's definitely a different viberino there. So let's keep going. Let's ask the angels, the Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. Who's the angel you need to work with? Now, not by name, but by function, right? There's only one angel named in this deck, and that's Archangel Michael. And if he pops up, he pops up. Otherwise, you think of it as what they do, right? What their service is. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. My angels of fire and the sign of Leo, the Michaelites, please. One card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do we, I'll say we at this point since I'm a lifelong Prince archetype, what is the angel that we need to work with, to study, to focus on, to draw in, to pray to light a candle, to whatever, this full moon in Leo, our full moon waning to new moon in Aquarius? I'll take top card. The angel of answered prayer. Now, what would the healing angel of answered prayer do, and why would we need it? Well, we all have prayers. I pray every day. I pray for everybody on planet Earth pretty much every day, right? That as I am healed, may all be healed. As I am blessed, may all be blessed, right? The whole unity consciousness, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly rubber sheet with a weighted lead ball on it, and all that quantum stuff, right? It would prepare you that it's an answer to your prayer that something's going to be healed as a healing angel, certainly, but saying that you might have prayed for lots of things. Oh yeah, is this just everybody on planet Earth? We may have prayed for lots of different things and not seen the results that we expected from our prayer, but isn't that just the entitlement of a prince in the shadow, right? Instead, should be just like, okay, all right, it's coming. I have to take the journey. There is great potential of power here for the Leos. And again, this could be somebody else. It's very possible. We'll keep going. But really contemplate that, if you can, for a hot second. What would the healing angel of the answered prayer do? Maybe heal you so that you're ready to receive the prayer that you've asked for, that they're not going to hand you. It's not going to go down. The answer is not going to be given until you're ready for it. Because angels essentially are being of light and truth, right? So they see more than we do, so trust that. Okay, let's get some tarot narrative. Oh, nope, not yet. I forgot. We're using the Crystal Oracle, right? We're staying in the realm of angels for a hot second because this deck is cleansed, consecrated, and empowered to Archangel Ariel, my personal archangel, who is the Archangel of Lyons, and my name is Markangelo Lyons, so I think I'm allowed to claim that a little bit. Because sometimes you ask for a sign, and it's so big you can't see it, because it's in your name. Please take a nice deep breath. Yes, my beloved Archangel Ariel, please, one card in clarity for us Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is the Crystal Oracle message, whether the stone we need to work with or look into, what's written in the book, or just our own direct experience of it for the Leo collective, this full moon in Leo waning to new moon in Aquarius? Lapis lazuli. Now, just want to point out, because it just strikes me this way, exact same color as the card of the prince there. Like, pretty much exact. Maybe it's a little lighter, but it's definitely more lapis lazuli than sodalite. Because why would a prince be wearing sodalite if they could wear lapis lazuli? Stone in the breastplate of the high priest. And relatively easy to find lapis lazuli, and you don't have to break the bank for it too. You can get it tumbled, you can get it in chips. They're usually not that expensive. So our key word here, protection, power, which is a word that's literally written on this card, expansive thinking, so definitely a third eye stone, at minimum a third eye stone. Some use it for the crown and the throat too. Lapis lazuli is a highly spiritual crystal that helps cut through illusions and expands your thinking in ways that serve to empower you. It's not time, is it not time to let go of an outmoded way of thinking or a belief system which no longer serves you? Probably only because everyone on planet Earth is going through that, right? Remember, you are eternally protected. There's nothing to fear, so just be yourself. There is something very Archangel Michael about this, I have to say, even though like his card did not come up, because he, though he is the angel of the south, power of fire, he's so associated with cobalt blue, right? The throat chakra, the third eye, even to a greater extent, depending on who you read and what you work, to really cut through, right? Lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions. So I'm going to suggest that, right? I'm going to suggest that, particularly if you find yourself with this prince archetype. Now look, if you're a woman watching this, well, how can I be the prince? It must be the prince I'm waiting for. Well, everybody has a masculine energy. We're a balance of both. That means everybody has, regardless of gender, a masculine family archetype. It's not about bodily gender. Really, it's more that Taoist yang, Y-A-N-G, versus yin comparison. So just be yourself, right? There's nothing to fear here. Just be yourself, but to see clearly in that, right? You're protected. You will soon find yourself thinking outside the square, odd turn of phrase, and in doing so, you will begin to unlock your true and unique potential for power, right? Be a leader, like a prince, not a follower. Dare to be different, and success is yours. You have the ability to mentally and emotionally rise above all you encounter in life, and in doing so, a clearer picture emerges, which you have to admit, that sounds way more Prince Charming than the Dark Prince or the Prince of Darkness. You know what I'm saying? Oh, honey, I have dated so many Prince archetypes. That's why I'm like, I'll take a king now. Thank you very much. If I am so ready, they'll send more princes and knights until the king can cross the drawbridge, so to speak. It's more mystically metaphorical, trust me. Now let's do some tarot, shall we? Daughters of the Moon Tarot. What is it you need to be aware of in your inside world, your own feminine energy? The next card down will be more your masculine, right? Please take a nice deep breath. My goddesses of fire and the sign of Leo. Please, one card in clarity for this Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign of which I find myself a part in, apparently. Please, what is it we need to be aware of inside of ourselves? Chakric coordinates, heart, throat, third eye, crown, personal level of power, psychological power, mental, emotional power for this full moon in Leo, our full moon to waxing to waning to. Wow, the energy is really confused. I get the lapis thing. I get that. Waxing to Aquarius, January to February 2021. Now, this is the Ten of Blades, but not a card of betrayal in Daughters of the Moon Tarot. The Ten of Swords, it would be. This is mental resolution. This is the completion of the cycle of air, the ceremony of the rattle, the passing of the talking stick, where all the information is revealed and comes out almost like the Judgment card in the major arcana, but a closing of a cycle, a resolution. All the pieces of the puzzle are on the table and in place. You see it. There is resolution here. So again, in terms of you are protected, you are safe, but to see outside the square, which is, I'm used to think outside the box. I'm sure most people are, but to think outside the square or see outside the square, it feels like that insight is inside of you, but it might very much be subconscious. It might be something that you've thought about, but have not had that, thank you very much, that aha moment. And I don't necessarily mean Oprah Winfrey crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, aha moment, but that, oh, now all the information is here. Perhaps you had the information all along, but a piece was what? Hidden, right? You had to see, cut through illusions there as an answer to a prayer. The prayer might have been, let me see this clearly, let me see this whole picture, or whatever it is, the prayer that you issued forth regarding either your own Prince energy or the Prince energy of somebody else. You think you have all the pieces, but inside, the answers are within you, blah, 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 but literally, this is saying mentally at least, right? What's this look like on the outside? Take a nice deep breath. Excuse me. A little too much half and half in the coffee this morning. Is there such a thing where possible? Please take a nice deep breath again. My gods of fire and the sign of Leo, please one card in clarity for this Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. What is it they need to be aware of outside of themselves, right? It's a waning moon. Things are going to be diminishing, shrinking, dissolving. What is it that they need to be aware of with this Prince archetype, the answered prayer, the lapis lazuli, and the 10 of blades, the rattle? With that inside, what's going on the outside? This full moon to new moon next. Damn. The outside, you got the card of the moon. So things are not clear on the outside still. Things are hidden, things are occluded, cloudy. I love that word, occluded. It's like saying, it's like looking through frosted glass, right? You can sort of see, but you can't see things so clearly, therefore really redirecting you back into your, let's say it, feminine energy, your internal energy, your intuitive, your more heart, throat, third eye, crown. Well, can also say really, 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 truly pay attention, not just to your intuition, but your instinct. If in terms of dealing with the outside world in this situation, what you need to be aware of is that things are either hidden, cloudy, or just in general, well, uncertain and unknown. And that's certainly true for everyone on planet Earth still. I mean, not just all of last year, this year as well. So I'm going to really go back to whatever your prayer is here. You have the information, but if you're looking for external clarification, I don't think it's going to come. I think you got to think outside the box on this one. And that's part of the answer to your prayer. That's part of your healing. So part of your healing here is mental, particularly with such a strong air card, 10 of blades inside, with lapis lazuli. It does feel like either the information's there in front of you or it's just so cloudy. It feels like that last piece of the puzzle is within, as I've said. Just sorry to repeat that. This is coming through very strongly. So let's turn to the Lover's Oracle here. Now this deck, when I first got it, I thought it was only about sexual romantic stuff. I mean, we do have a romantic archetype on the table with the Prince, but there's way more in here, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So please take a nice deep breath. Yes, my pantheons of love, please. One card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this reading. What is it? The oracle message, the Lover's Oracle from my angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved in terms of the pantheons of love, all of you together, the pantheon of love. What is the message for the Leos this full moon in Leo, waning to new moon in Aquarius? Keeps flowing like a river. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time, which could very much come from shadow possession, meaning you're not aware that you're doing it, that you're using your power for self-aggrandizement to make it happen. To make it happen, right? It's not let the prayer be answered. It's make the prayer be answered. And that's masculine energy in a nutshell. However, it's necessary, right? It's not just the inspiration and intuition of the divine feminine, blessed be. It's about putting it into action. It's about bringing it into form. It's about incarnating it, not just from the 8th chakra into, you know, crown, third eye, throat, and heart, but actually down into the body, solar plexus, sacrum, root chakra, into the physical world. This is all up here. And time, though a thing, is mostly our enslavers of the mind, right? It's what we do with our concepts of time here. So thinking outside the box, transcending linear time, yes, the power of now, Eckhart Tolle, Zen Buddhism, Sit Zazen, all that Eastern stuff included with this, even if that's not your thing, that's okay. That thing of getting that time is the enslaver if I let it be, if I am fighting against it, unless I make friends with time. Because we're not in control of it. And yes, time does speed up and slow down according to your focus and your energy and tiny, wimey, wibbly, wobbly stuff, which I absolutely love and adore. You can't push the river. Isn't that a Zen Buddhist saying? You can't push the river. Your prayer is in the process of being answered. I don't think you believe it is, and that's why trying so hard. Is this getting out of our own way again? I'm a Leo rising. It's hard to get out of your own way when you are a Leo. Anything, right? All right, let's keep going. Whispers of Love Oracle. I mean, look, I'm going to say if you are dealing with a Leo, like if you're cross-watching this thing, or you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever, dealing with a Prince archetype, this is something else. And I mean, it's a waning moon, so really, we're going to find out from this deck for sure, maybe the type of, for sure, maybe, what type of relationship this is. Whispers of Love Oracle, voices of the higher self, 8th chakra, and above, 5th dimension, breathe. Yeah, the higher selves of all involved, please. Perhaps my own involved. Please, one card in clarity. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, or insight most needed for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This full moon in Leo, waning to new in Aquarius. January into February 2021. Express love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. Now, here's what's weird about that. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So express love through gifts. One more card down. One more card. I mean, because that's a little on the... That's a little like, okay, divine masculine, right? Prince archetype. I should say masculine family archetype of the prince. We've got the answered prayer, right? There's something in play here. Lapis lazuli. You need to see this differently. There's a lot of mental stuff going on here. Why? The rattle, the 10 of blades on the inner. I mean, there is mental resolution here, but with the moon on the outside... Cloudy, 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 cloudy. Express love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them, but time, you are trying too hard. Is that the gift you give, is time? To yourself? To this angel of answered prayer? To whoever this might be about? I don't think this screams romantic sexual relationship here. This is incredibly vague. However, last card down. Healing Mantra deck. Matt Kahn, the second healing system. Carolyn Mace's archetype deck being the first. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say. Let's give them the final word. Please take a nice deep breath. Yes, my Ascended Masters, General Assembly. Please, what is the perfect healing mantra most needed for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, this full moon in Leo, our full moon waning to new in Aquarius, January into February 2021, considering we are dealing with the Prince archetype within ourselves, within another, within a situation. We need the healing angel of answered prayer, because obviously this is something we've asked for. We need to work with lapis lazuli in some way, shape, or form, protection, clarity, be true to yourself sort of vibe, think outside the box. We've got the 10 of Blades, some realization inside of us that we may not be aware of because of external circumstances with the moon on the outer. And time, to give this time, we're trying too hard. We need to give this time, help us. What is the mantra that we can do to help us give us time on this so that we can get what that expressing love through gifts is? A small token to someone expresses your love to them, and maybe that's coming in to us, or we're giving it to someone, don't know. General read, I get it, please. So what is the perfect healing mantra for the Leo collective this full moon to new moon next? Activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. This is a great mantra for the exact mental stuff going on here. You can't see that in this lighting. It's light writing on pastel cards. It doesn't read on camera. Activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. And I can remember that one because it's beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. Ick. Which should always have a lighter handy. You never know. Let me read this one to you. Activating the third eye, which lapis lazuli, third eye stone, right? The 10 of Blades on the inner. Totally makes sense. Although it might be saying, yes, this is cloudy. Yes, this is vague. And this is the very thing that we all need to do. And I mean, I could apply this to a couple of different situations in my life, honestly. Activating the third eye. I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. Oh, which means the answer to the prayer could be much larger than we realize, and we can't see it. We have to think outside the box. Yeah. As your third eye opens, you are able to notice how each moment is a catalyst for your ever-expanding soul. It's not the easiest thing to do, but is the truth nonetheless. Through your third eye, you will be able to more clearly see the lessons each moment offers, allowing every encounter to help you become an even more radiant expression of your highest potential, which is, there is that word, potential again, right? For this Prince, I really feel like this is you, Leo, that there is something kind of heavy-duty Judy going on here. This mantra is ideal for dissolving personal judgments, developing more patience, and tempering inner conflict. And if that conflict is just simply, I'm pretty sure I know what this is, right? I think I know, but I just can't tell because I'm not seeing on the outside. I'm not seeing it so mirrored clearly on the outside. So I got to give this time. And then there is some kind of gift coming on here, coming in, coming through, coming on us, going through. However it comes, we see it. And that's why I have to say, even pulling the cards, it was like there's something, I don't want to say iffy, that's not the right word. Cloudy is okay, but there are too many variables, right? But it feels like divine time is in play here. So let me put this together. Let me give the blessing. This is how it usually comes out of my mouth from the divine directly. If it hasn't already, please take a nice deep breath. My goodness gracious, please, my pantheons of the divine. May the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need. This full moon in Leo, waning to new in Aquarius, January into February 2021, that regardless of how cloudy things may seem on the outside, that we are able to give it the time it needs, working with the angel of healing, angel of the answered prayer, while we see outside the box. Be true to ourselves, be larger than life if necessary, with the protection and the clarity of the lapis lazuli, as we activate the third eye, being willing to see beyond our beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, to see, to receive, to give a gift, expressing love, a small token of some kind, as the light Prince archetype power that we need, that we may use our romantic charm and potential for power for the well-being of all as this resolution, as this clear picture, as the larger picture, the completion of the cycle is revealed to us this waning moon from Leo to Aquarius, January, February 2021. So mote it be, and so it is. Something is serious about this that doesn't often go with the playfulness of the prince. It work the mantra is what I'm hearing, and I certainly am going to. I will pull that card out by the end of the day and make sure, I don't know, I have it on a post-it on my bathroom mirror or something. I do that still. So if you liked it, if it made sense to you, hit the thumbs up. It's a vague read, I'll be honest. General reads can be that way. It's rare with an 8-card draw though, but if it makes sense to you, please comment below, and if you want more, by all means subscribe. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this full moon in Leo, waning to Aqua, new, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.